Stampers, this is Dawn, and today we're going to make this beautiful card. This is one that I got from my friend Jessie Crean. She had sent me this card and it's so beautiful. It's using the stamp set called Rooted in Nature. Let me show you that. So this is the stamp set. It's so beautiful. It's got lots of trees and of course some greetings. So we're going to use this stamp set for the tree and then the background. And then we're also going to be using the Lasting Lily, and it's the stamp that says, "For moments you just can't put into words," right here. Okay, and then this one that Jessie made, the Thinking of You, is from the Rooted in Nature right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to be using the basic gray, and this is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then a piece of Whisper White for the inside, and this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then the front layer, the basic black, is cut at 3.5 by 4 3/4. And then the Whisper White, which is cut at 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. That's going to layer right onto that. And we're going to do some sponging on this piece of Whisper White. Okay, so let me show you what I did for a mask. So I took the 2-inch circle punch and I punched out a piece of Whisper White cardstock. And I put some removable adhesive, and this is some repositionable tape that I got at Staples. And what this is it's just temporary. So it's just going to hold it in place while we sponge around this circle, which represents the moon. Okay, so first we're going to lay some Daffodil Delight down just to kind of, mute this white so it's not so bright. So let me show you all the colors we're going to actually use today. So the Daffodil Delight is the first color we're going to lay down. And then we're going to add the Mango Melody and then some Pumpkin Pie. Now y'all know I love to make like spooky backgrounds, especially around the Halloween season. But this is more of like a sunset. That I made this one for my husband for a sympathy card for a man at work. And it's masculine looking. So I thought it would just be a very beautiful and simple card to make for really anyone, but especially for the male. Okay, so we're going to take our Daffodil Delight, and we're also going to be using some sponges. I have my Daffodil Delight and my Mango Melody. So I'm going to lay my Daffodil Delight down first. I'm going to cover the whole piece of Whisper White. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so now we're going to take that 2-inch circle punch that we punched out to represent the moon, and we're going to put that right about here. Remember, that's not permanent. It's going to be like repositionable adhesive, so we can remove it. All right, next we're going to take our Mango Melody, and we're going to layer this on top of the Daffodil Delight around that Whisper White 2-inch circle punch. Okay, so next we're going to take the Pumpkin Pie, and we're mainly going to cover the edges around the Whisper White piece with the Pumpkin Pie. So let me grab my sponge. Okay, so there's our background. Okay, so let me take off the moon part so you can see what that looks like. Isn't that beautiful? All right, now we're going to take our Stamparatus. Let me grab that. Okay, so the Stamparatus, we're going to use the Rooted in Nature with the tree, which is a clear mount stamp, which is the red rubber. And then we're going to flip it over, and we're going to stamp the greeting. And this is the Lasting Lily stamp set, which is in photopolymer. So we're going to use the background here 2 different ways. So since this is a photopolymer stamp set, we're going to use the mat, and I'm going to place this right up in the corner and put my magnet down. And first I'm going to go ahead and see if this is going to line up, and it's not. So I'm going to go ahead and move this out just a little tiny bit, right about there. And I'm only using this as a guide. And that looks really nice right about there. So next we're going to take our Memento ink. We're going to ink up our greeting. And what's nice with the Stamparatus is you can stamp this multiple times in the same spot. So we're going to stamp the greeting. And then if that's not dark enough, which it's not, we're going to go ahead and ink this up again. And this time we're going to stamp it again. and hopefully it will transfer over. One more time. And I think it's because I have that tree in the wrong place. Let me just go ahead and remove that. So I can go ahead and stamp that a little bit better this time. All right, so I mainly want the M part. Okay, that's perfect. All right, now we're going to go ahead and remove the mat, because this time we're going to go ahead and flip this over, and we're going to use the other side of the door for the Stamparatus, and this time we're going to stamp the tree. So let me go ahead and put this in here. Now I think I put it on the second line of the grid when I stamped the other ones. So these are the same sizes. So the second line, and then I want to line up my tree. That's going to be right about there. That looks really nice. And then we're going to grab it with the door. And once again, this is going to be really nice because if the tree doesn't stamp perfectly the first time, you can just keep re-inking the stamp and just keep stamping it over and over again. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and stamp the tree. That's beautiful, but I want it a little bit darker, so I'm going to go ahead and ink it up again. Okay, that should be really good. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, so we're done with the Stamparatus, so let's go ahead and put that away. All right, now we're going to take our basic gray piece, and we're going to stamp the little leaf that's also in the Rooted in Nature, and we're going to use the Memento ink. Let me bring that back in. And we're just going to randomly stamp it around the edge of your basic gray. Okay, so there's the edge. Maybe I'll stamp one more up here on this edge. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add our pieces together, the layers for the front of the card. And see, this piece is going to get layered over top of that, so you won't even see that once this layers over top of the center. Isn't that beautiful? So then one more thing, we're going to add some Winkostella. And on my finished card, I just added the Winkostella just to the branches of the trees, just a little touch of it. Just kind of like a sunset glistening on the tree. So pretty. And then for the inside, let's go ahead and stamp that. So let me grab my Memento ink again, and we're going to be using this Sympathy greeting, and these two greetings are in the Lasting Lily stamp set, which is this stamp set right here. And this is a celebration item that's ending this weekend, so that'd be the last of the celebration time for 2019. So I put the With Sympathy, Our Thoughts Are With You, and I'm just going to stamp both of them at the same time right in the center of the Whisper White piece. Okay, that's done. Then we're going to go ahead and put that in the inside. Make sure it's dry. Okay, so there's your card. So gorgeous. I love your card, Jessie. It's so beautiful. All right, so let me bring in hers and the other one that I made. So here's the other one. And then here's the one that Jessie sent me, the Thinking of You. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, so that's how you make that really beautiful sympathy card. And I'll have all the items listed below. And then also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Bye.